To start us off, I'd like to welcome Dr. Sanjiv Godse from Yale School of Medicine and Yale-New Haven Hospital.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. All right. So, as a child, I was terrified of being heard. In class, I might look down at my feet or slump in my chair as to not be heard by the teacher, as to not get called on. But I now know that teachers look for this exact behavior when calling on somebody. But today, I mention this because I'm not here because this is comfortable or easy for me to be here. I'm here because this is so important and such an important thing to speak up rather than hide behind in class. As a pediatrician, it is my duty to speak and advocate on behalf of those who do not have yet the voice or agency to do so. As a pulmonologist, I am in tune to the needs of children who have problems with their lungs and their breathing. With the trajectory of rising carbon levels and temperatures, these problems will only continue to grow. The climate crisis is in part a public health crisis. We are already witness to increased frequency and severity of extreme weather events, of flooding, of heat waves, of hurricanes. There's actually a flooding advisory today in October for tonight. Research there's so much that we can't see that's already happening. The research shows that as temperatures rise, the reactivity and potency of pollutants such as ozone and fine particulate matter are only increasing. These pollutants are known to cause coughing, wheezing, exacerbations of patients who have asthma and COPD, as well as increased risk for infection and death. In 2017, PM 2.5 alone accounted for nearly 800 deaths in Connecticut. Studies show that chronic exposure, in particular living near highways, has been linked to excess premature births, low birth weights, and impaired brain and lung development, as well as higher rates of asthma and COPD. These pollutants are disproportionately concentrated in areas of lower socioeconomic status and contribute significantly to poor health outcomes. Children and teens are particularly at risk for these pollutants as their lungs are still developing. Warmer weather is also changing our allergy seasons. Higher carbon levels mean increased blooming seasons and therefore longer durations of pollen production. Studies have also suggested that the potency of the allergens is also worsening. And I have seen this personally taking care of patients in both the inpatient and clinic as asthma has becoming more prevalent as a result of poor allergy control. In fact, the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America has ranked New Haven, Hartford, and nearby Springfield and Worcester within the top 20 worst places to live if you have asthma. I can go on prescribing more breathing tests and different inhalers to help patients breathe easier. But what I can't write down, and so desperately wish I could, is to write a prescription for cleaner air and for a greener world. The path to decarbonization is multifold and requires parallel efforts of change. The transportation sector alone is responsible for 40% of Connecticut's greenhouse emissions. In particular, diesel vehicles are of greater concern as they also emit harmful organic compounds linked to lung cancer. We require a rapid and equitable change and transition away from fossil fuels towards cleaner technologies. The American Lung Association estimates that we can save 6,300 premature births, as well as 93,000 asthma attacks by 2050 if we make the switch now to zero-emission vehicles. Please help me prescribe a cleaner future for these children. Thank you.